too much to carry, when betrayal stabs deep, when losses strip you bare, when your spirit feels shattered into pieces too small to ever rebuild. Do you collapse? Do you surrender? Or do you rise from the ruins and learn to stand again stronger than before? Because let me tell you something, life will break you. That is not a possibility. That is a certainty. No man walks through this world without scars. No woman survives this life without wounds. But the scars, the scars, they are not your shame. They are your story. The world teaches you to hide your brokenness, to cover your pain. But the monks, they say, the wound is the place where the light enters. Do you understand? When life breaks you, it is not to destroy you. It is to carve out the empty space where strength, wisdom, and clarity can enter. When I was young, I thought power meant control. I thought strength meant never bending, never breaking. But life, it taught me otherwise. Strength is not found in avoiding pain. It is found in surviving it, in enduring what would have destroyed a weaker man. True power is calmness when the world collapses around you. True power is patience when everything in you screams to give up. I once knew a man who lost everything. His business burned to the ground. His friends abandoned him. His family turned their back. He came to me broken, hopeless. Godfather, he said, I have nothing left. Life has destroyed me. I looked at him and I said, no, life has given you a gift. You are standing with nothing, which means you are free to rebuild with everything. Do not curse the fire that burned your house. Bless it, because now you know what you truly need and what you do not. Years later, that man returned, stronger, wiser. He rebuilt not just his business, but his life, his family, his mind. He was grateful, not for what life gave him, but for what life took away. The monks tell us the clay must be broken before it becomes the vessel. The ground must be torn before the seed can rise. So too must you be broken, not because life hates you, not because fate is cruel, but because the unbroken man cannot hold wisdom, cannot hold compassion, cannot hold true strength. The cracks in you, they are not flaws, they are openings. So how do you endure when life breaks you? Let me tell
Stone by stone, step by step, you will rise. 5. Transform the pain, every heartbreak, every betrayal, every loss. Use it as fuel. Pain can destroy you, or pain can shape you. The choice is yours. Listen carefully. Life does not break you to punish you. It breaks you to prepare you. The strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. The tallest trees grow from the deepest roots, and the most unshakable men are those who have been broken and yet refuse to remain shattered. So I ask you once more, what will you do when life breaks you? Will you collapse, blaming the world, or will you rise, scarred, yes, but unshakable? Remember this: the world does not respect the man who has never fallen. It respects the man who fell 100 times and rose 101. Tell me, what do you do when life breaks you? When everything you build begins to collapse? When the people you trusted betray you? When loss has cut so deep, you wonder if you will ever feel whole again? Do you curse the heavens? Do you surrender to despair? Or do you rise, scarred but unshaken? Because hear me carefully, life will break you, not once, not twice, but many times. The question is not if, the question is how you rise once it does. Every man, every woman carries wounds you cannot see. The world teaches you to hide them, to pretend you are unbroken. But that is not strength, that is disguise. The monks, they whisper something different. They say, the wound is where the light enters, and I have come to learn it is true. When life breaks you, it is not the end, it is a beginning, because only the broken man discovers the strength he never knew he had.
When I was younger, I thought power meant control. That strength was the refusal to bend, but life showed me otherwise. Strength is not about never falling. Strength is about rising again and again, no matter how deep the fall. True power is silence when the world screams against you. True power is patience to give up. Let me tell you a story. There was a man I knew. He had built a family, a business, a life of comfort. Then, in a single year, he lost it all. Betrayal, ruin, disgrace. He came to me, broken. He said, "Godfather, I have nothing left. My life is destroyed." I looked at him and I told him, "No, your life has been cleansed. You are free now to rebuild, not from illusion but from truth. Do not curse what was taken. Bless it, because now you will discover who you truly are." Years later, he returned, not as the man he once was, but as someone greater, wiser, grounded, stronger. Life had broken him, but in breaking him, it remade him. The monks say the clay must be broken before it becomes the vessel. The ground must be torn before the seed can rise. So too must you be broken. not to punish you, not to destroy you, but to prepare you. The cracks in your soul, those are not flaws. They are openings for wisdom, compassion, and strength to enter. So how do you endure when life breaks you? Listen closely. 1. Accept the pain. Do not run from it. Do not drown it in distraction. Face it, because the wound you deny becomes the wound that rules you. 2. Embrace the silence. Pain will strip you bare. It will leave you alone. But do not fear that solitude. In silence, you will meet yourself. 3. Hold your dignity. Even in despair, carry yourself with honor. A man who keeps his dignity in ruin will one day rise in respect. 4. Be patient. Do not rebuild too quickly. The broken pieces take time to fit again. Let patience guide you. 5. Transform your suffering. Pain can destroy you, or it can shape you. Use it as fuel. Let it harden your spirit, not your heart. Life will break you again and again, but each time you will rise differently. The strongest steel is forged in fire. The tallest trees grow from storms, and the most unshakable souls are those who were broken and rebuilt themselves from nothing. So I ask you again, when life breaks you, what will you do? Will you surrender, or will you rise, scarred but stronger? Remember this: the world does not admire the man who never fell. It admires the man who fell 100 times and rose 101. Tell me, what do you do when life breaks you? When the people you trusted betray you? When your family turns cold? When the very ground beneath your feet collapses and you realize nothing is as strong as you thought it was? Do you crumble with it, or do you rise, scarred but stronger than before? Because let me tell you something, life will break you. It does not matter who you are, how powerful, how rich, how respected. No man escapes it. The question is not if. The question is, what will you do when it happens? You see, people believe that pain is punishment. They think when life breaks them, it is because they have done something wrong. But that is not the truth. The monks, they teach that pain is not the enemy. It is the master that teaches you what comfort never will. They say, the wound is where the light enters. And I have learned this to be true. Pain reveals. It strips away illusions. It shows you who your friends are, who your enemies are, and who you really are. When I was younger, I thought strength was power, influence, the ability to bend the world to my will. But I was wrong. True strength is not found in controlling others. It is found in surviving what seeks to destroy you. The men I respected most were not the ones who never fell. They were the ones who fell 100 times and rose 101. There was a strong, proud. He had built his empire with his bare hands, and yet in 1 year he lost everything: his money, his family, his health. He came to me broken, and he said, "Godfather, I am finished." I looked at him and I told him, "No, you are not finished. Your old life is finished, but now your real life begins." Years later, that man returned. He was no longer arrogant, no longer blind. He was wiser, quieter, unshakable. Life had broken him, yes, but in breaking him, it remade him into something greater. The monks teach us the seed must be buried before it can grow. The clay must be broken before it becomes the vessel. The storm must rage before the sky is clear. So it is with us. Your breaking is not your burial. It is your planting. So how do you survive when life breaks you? First, accept the pain. Do not hide from it. Do not drown it in drink, in distractions, in anger. The pain you run from will chase you. The pain you face will free you. Second, embrace the silence. Pain isolates. It will leave you alone. But solitude is not a curse. It is a teacher. Sit with it. Learn from it. In silence, you will meet yourself. Third, protect your dignity. Even when you have nothing, walk with honor. A man who holds his dignity in ruin will one day command respect in power. Fourth, be patient. Do not try to rebuild too quickly. Healing takes time. A house built in haste will collapse again. A house built with patience will stand for generations. Fifth, transform your suffering. You can let pain harden you into bitterness, or you can let it sharpen you into wisdom. That choice is yours. Remember, the strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. The tallest tree grows where the storms are fiercest. The most unshakable man is the one who was broken and rebuilt himself again and again. So when life breaks you, do not curse it. Do not cry out, "Why me?" Instead, whisper to yourself, "Now begins my becoming." So I ask you once more, when life breaks you, what will you do? Will you surrender? Or will you rise? Because life will not honor the man who never fell. It will honor the man who fell 100 times and still stood again. Tell me, what do you do when life breaks you? When the people you trusted stab you in the back? When your empire crumbles overnight? When your health fails or your heart is torn apart? Do you let the pieces stay shattered, or do you take what remains and build something stronger than before? Because life, my friend, will break you. That is not a possibility. That is a certainty. You see, most men think suffering is a curse. They think being broken is the end, but the truth is far more complicated. The monks teach the wound is the place where the light enters, and they are right. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is the sculptor that shapes you, the fire that purifies you, the storm that clears away the weakness you cling to. I have lived long enough to know this. The most dangerous illusion in life is that things will always remain the same. Power fades, loyalty shifts, love can be betrayed. But when life breaks you, it is not asking if you are strong. It is demanding that you become strong. I once knew a man, wealthy, respected, feared. In 1 year, he lost everything. His fortune vanished, his friends disappeared, and his health left him. He sat across from me, broken, and he whispered, "Godfather, I am finished." I leaned in and told him, "No, my friend, you are not finished. You are just beginning. What has ended is the man you once were. But in this breaking, life is offering you the chance to be remade." Years later, that man was transformed, quieter, wiser, unshakable. He had scars, yes, but he wore them like armor. Life had broken him, but in breaking him, it made him untouchable. The monks say the seed must crack before it can grow. The clay must shatter before it becomes the vessel. The heart must ache before it truly learns to love. Your breaking is not the end of you. It is the rebirth of you. So what do you do when life breaks you? First, accept the pain. Do not hide from it. Do not drown it in distractions. The pain